doing? Amino, 313. How are you? Lori coming in here. Leon is up in here. Alvids is up in here. Gordon, what's going on? What's going on, Belgium? The Edge is back in the building. Carried is in here. I got the course in learning so much. Need more on exit strategy. Yeah, I should ask some more stuff. But, by the way, I'm going to show you something. For the person that said that need more on exit strategy, hang here. I'm going to answer. I'm going to give you something to look at, like right now, and it'll be just for you. Consider it like a one-on-one type of thing. Watch this. I got you. For your exit strategy. So let's just go and pull up an asset, Cardano, right? And you're looking to try to get an exit strategy, right? So watch this. I'm going to pull up the template that I showed you about the big money trade template. And I'm going to pull this up on, let's just pull it up on a 1 hour time frame. Doesn't matter, right? So check this out. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you something, right? If you take a trip, this is coming directly from what I was coaching people directly. So you're just going to get it because I feel like helping, right? You ready? Tell me you're ready. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to get this information, because this is kind of like a one-on-one type of coaching session that I'm giving you, and everybody else gets an opportunity to see it. So you're looking for an exit strategy. Here's your exit strategy right here. Check it out. These are thumbs up. Okay, check it out. So, well, let me get rid of this real quick. All right, so you already know that you have my indicators. I showed you how to put the indicators up and how I use my additional indicators, right? So say you're taking a trip, right? This trip started here, right? The trip starts here, and you know that this is going to be a very long trip, okay? Now, pay attention to what I'm saying to you. This is good stuff. When you go on a trip, there are things that you have to stop at, gas stations in order to refill, or maybe stop at a gas station, use the bathroom, or get some snacks or something like that. When you stop at those, destinations, you have to spend some money, which means that you are going to be shelling out. Well, if you're taking a trip and it starts down at the bottom and you know where it's starting because of the EMA ribbons crossing, you look at your sell signals, meaning if you're going up, the sell signals are gas stations. You looking for exit strategies? Take profits when you get a sell signal. You don't have to sell your whole position, right? You could close the trade down by 15%, 10%, 25%, whatever, but take profits. It's treated as a gas station. So if you look here, right? Let's go here and let's first just pull these up first. So the trip started here. You know the trip started here because the EMA ribbons are crossing. So you get ready to take this long trip of gains, right? So now if I go here and I throw in these, right? Look at this, right? All along this highway of gains, you got these gas stations. You said you're looking for exit points. These are exit points. You can, if you're in a trade here, you can decide, well, my trip just started. I don't need to stop and use the bathroom yet. I don't need no snacks. Maybe a little bit further along this trip, you decide that you want to take you want to stop here and get some gas, or you want to get some snacks. That's going to cost you some money. So sell part of your position. Close your trade down by 10% or 15% or whatever. Each one of these are gas stations. They're literally telling you where to take profits all the way up this whole. The name of this game is not to try to find the top or get the top of the trade. Nobody knows where the top is. So if you're here, just start taking profits along these gas stations. Only you can decide what type of profits you want to take. And it's the same way to the downside, right? If you start this trip and you're going down, you're shorting the market, gains this way. If the trip starts here, these buy signals are gas station stops. Take profits here. Market pulls back there, right? Look, take profits here. You're on this trip of gains. Your trade started here. Take profits here, gas station, gas station, gas station. You see what I did there? Listen, a lot of people don't look at the stuff like that. This is what I'm trying to say. Everybody uses tools, but do you know how to use those tools, and do you know how to make them practical? For anybody that's taking my course and you're looking for exit strategies, they're everywhere. They're all over the place, right? Worst case scenario, watch this. Worst case, if you don't want to use these as gas station stops, right? Rest stops to close trades down by 10 or 15 or 20% or 50%, right? Let's go back here. What is the worst thing that can happen? You start your trip here. Look, you start your trip here, right? And you get out when these EMA ribbons cross here. This is 8.9, almost 9%. If I turn the gas, you already know that there's gas stations all along here. But if you ignore the gas station stops, there's your entry point. The worst thing that could happen to you is you get out when the EMA ribbons cross here. That's almost 9%, right? If you ignore that and you want to get out up here where they cross up here, this is almost 30%. Same thing to the downside. Somebody say, oh my gosh, right? You're in a trade here, EMA ribbons crossing. You get in a trade here. EMA ribbons cross here. Do you want to get out the trade? Nah, maybe I'll close my trade down, maybe down by about 15 or 20%. And then I let the trade ride. What's the worst thing that can happen? Get out the trade when these EMA ribbons cross down here. That's 8%. That's no leverage. If you start this trade on a 5X leverage, this is a 40% trade. Somebody say, what? That's in the course. 100%. That's in the course. 100%. We make so much money on this stuff, it's ridiculous. All right, so let's go here now and let's talk about the things that we talked about yesterday. Remember, someone asked me, hey, Calvin, can Bitcoin come down to 110,000 before it rallies back up? Can it pull down to 110,000? And remember, I literally went to the charts and showed everybody how and why it could come down to 110. Who was on the live for that? Just raise your hand if you was on the live and you saw me do the whole technical analysis about why Bitcoin could come down to 110. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's look at it. Yep, Bitcoin right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at that. It's here. Let's go ahead and draw it up. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's just redraw it. Because why not? Let's just go ahead and draw that up. Yeah, appreciate that. All right, here we go. Let me turn my camera around and just show everybody what we drew up yesterday for the person that was asking, hey, can Bitcoin come down to 110, right? So check it out. Yesterday, Bitcoin was up here, right? 112,000 or whatever it was, right? And he was asking, hey, can it come down to 110 before it rallies back up? And I said, sure it can, right? So we're on a 1 hour chart here. Let's just go ahead and push this out to 4 hours so we don't have so many candles, right? Check this out. This is what you're looking at. Clearly, you can see that this right here, if you're looking at this, you can see that this is a downtrend, right? Somebody say that's a downtrend for sure, right? And it broke out of it. It broke out of this trend here. Somebody say that's everything he's saying right now is facts. So this was resistance. This was resistance. This was resistance. Support, 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 right? Even on this pivot line here, this was the last line of support. So it broke out of this resistance right here. So this is a downtrend that Bitcoin was in, stemming from $124,000. It was in this downtrend, finally broke out right here. Someone asked me yesterday when it was up here, hey, Calvin, can it come back down to 110? And what did I say, right? I told everybody, sure it can. Why? Because if you take this, which is where this support line was right here, and you slap this line here, look at it. This was support, support, support. Came down here, support, lost support, and that's where you got all of this. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Gets bad, look, breaks out of this, comes back, finds support here, rallies up. This is just a pullback to basically the $110,000 to find support. That's why I told everybody, yes, it can do that. Then I doubled down on that because I know how to chart. This is also an up channel. Somebody say, show it to me. This channel right here from this support line, this is an up channel that it was in like this, right? You see that? Everything up here is resistance. See that? No, 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 right? This right here is support, support. Look, comes down here, falls out of this channel for a second, finds support here at that line, 110, right? Now it's pushing back up. It's still up under this channel, hasn't got back up in there. Let me triple down on it now. Somebody say, well, go on, triple down on it, OG. If this is my low point of support, right? My nearest high is up here where we had that last level of resistance. So from this resistance here down here to this support line, look what happens. Somebody say, oh shit, that's basically $110,000 to where you found this support here. And look at where you are right now, back above the 50% level, trying to look, you have to remain above this 50% level of about 110, trying to get back up here to be bullish. Now, double down on it again, OG, right? As you can see here, as we're rolling down, you can see that we're still bearish, meaning the 20 is still under this 50. This is trying to make its way back up. You'll see these EMA ribbons cross up like this. Now, this is a 4-hour chart. Look what happens if I go to a 2-hour chart. Pay attention. Look. There's your EMA cross right there on that 110. Look. See that line? There's your EMA cross right there to make sure that this is going to be bullish. And now it's finding its way right here. This is going to continue to just do like this. You see it? Look at a 1-hour chart to really join in. Somebody say, oh my gosh, this is basically cheating. You see it? This is a bullish trend, right? And then it took a little break right here and it's swooping back around. Look, you think this is an accident that it came down here and it's trying to swoop back up like this? There's your 50% level, right? A lot of people went crazy on leverage and all of this stuff, and the market will punish those people because, you know, that's what the market does. Me, personally, I'm not in any trades right now. I actually got some limit orders set for some low stuff. I actually have about, I don't want to make it up. How many orders do I have open right now? Let me just see here. One order got filled. One order got filled. So I'm going to leave that order because it got filled. So this near protocol order got filled. So I got about a $10,000 position on that. So, you know, I'm at an unrealized loss, about $20. I'm cool with that. But there's 22 orders open right here. This order got filled. There's 22 more orders. I'm waiting. I am, and they're $10,000. Let's see what these positions are. Let's see what these positions are that I'm trying to get filled here. 10,000, 10,000. Another $10,000 position. Pretty much these positions are $10,000. 10,000 positions. Well, 5,000 here, 5,000 there, 5,000, 10, 10. Anyway, there's 22 orders waiting to get filled. Trust me, they're going to get filled. All right, so I'm going to open up. There will be 23 positions open. I'm about that life. Money. All right, cool. Let's answer some questions. Somebody said, you in ADA? I'm not in anything other than near protocol right now, but I have an open order for Cardano. Where are you, Cardano? Let's see, that's Tau, Sui, Hype, ETH. I'm just going to let y'all look at the list. That's what's going on here. Yeah, there's ADA. But I'm just letting y'all see the rest of the list here. I'm not going to show the whole list, but we just show most of it. Bonk, Popcat, HBAR, Pendle, Link, Arrow, SPX. Look at that. Somebody say, whoa, he's got an order open for that. Pepe, Fartcoin, Beam, High Street, Brett, Dog, right? Pingu, Ethereum. I got 20x for Ethereum. Mog, Hype Circle, Sui, Tau. You get the idea. 20x on ETH because, you know, the market cap is super huge. Takes a lot of money to move it around. You get the idea, right? So, yeah, the only thing that has gotten filled right now per what I want is near protocol. It came down to a place where I'm comfortable with it, and so it filled it up for about 10,000. Somebody said, "What broker? If you have my course, you know exactly." As in matter of fact, I have an affiliate with them, and it offers up to $5,000. So I might as well just go ahead and grab it. I haven't done that in a while. I guess I should show people that, right? Let's go ahead and show it to you real quick. Why not? Let's see here. Give me a second. I'm gonna show you this link here real quick. I haven't showed this link in a long time. in a long time. This is the affiliate link here that I have for the exchange that I use to where you can have pretty high leverage if you want, if you really know how to use it. It's pulling up. Give me a second. It'll pull up here in a second. Let's see what we got going on. Is it long or short? No, those are longs. Those are long positions. Yeah, every last one of those positions are long. All right, so every last one. All right, just in case anybody wants to know where I'm at with it. Every last one of those positions is long positions. All right, let's see here. Where are you? Oh, here it is. Let's grab this link. Check this out. I'm going to give you this link. Pay attention to this link because you don't have to, but I would. Look at this link. I'm flipping the camera around. Check it. Screenshot this link real quick. In case you want to know why this link, this is the parent company to my Blockchain Bullhorn. See it over there? That's my digital marketing parent company, brand power of publish. See it? So if you go here, look at this link, like seriously, screenshot this or not. It's up to you. Right now, I'm going to go here and I'm going to click this enter button. Look what happens here. Watch. Right? Blowfin and look, Crypto Cow right there. Look what it says right here. Join Blowfin today and win welcome bonus up to, what number is that? What number is this, guys? See it? Yeah, that's because I have a partnership with them. Wait, what? I don't even show that often. I'm not showing it again because some people, when I show stuff like that and I tell them to screenshot it, they don't screenshot it. Then it's just be like, oh, I thought you was playing. I wasn't. All right, here we go. Let's see what else we got going on here. Sarah pinned it for y'all. Sarah's got love for y'all. Sarah's got love for you. She pinned it for you. She loves. Still predicted 8 to 12 X in Cardano. Not 8 to 12 X, $8 to $12. Not 8 to 12 X, $8 to $12. You know, I didn't say X, dollars. $8 to $12 for Cardano. Not 8 to 12 X, Gavin. What to set VPN when using it? There, you don't have to set a VPN because there's no KYC on that. Wait, what? There's no KYC for that. So there's no setting of a VPN. You don't have to set a VPN. There's no KYC for that. So you just out here allowing people to just do trades with leverage and there's no KYC on that? That's what I said. Keep your VPN for something else. No VPN needed. Let's see what else we got here. Somebody said the points of there is no point. I never got the bonus. The bonus is predicated to what you put inside of your USDT account. Okay, that's what that's for. Who is that? The point is there. The point is there is no point. So how much did you put in your USDT account? It's not, they just, you sign up and they just give you $5,000. It's how much money did you put inside of your trading account. It's a tier system. Go and look in your account. It'll tell you. Why Blowfin, not Mexi Global? Because Mexi Global, everybody doesn't have a digital residency ID like myself, right? I've been talking to people about crypto for about 3 years now. And earlier in my journey, I told people to get a digital residency ID with Palu so that I can trade on Mexi Global. I can trade on Bybit. I can trade on, what is the other one that I like trading on? It is Mexi Global. I like trading on, Mexi is actually kind of whack, to be honest with you. Gate.io. That's the other one that I like. And I can trade on those, and I'm KYC approved because I have a digital residency ID. So most people don't have that, so, it doesn't really work out for them. Somebody said, why it not in New York? You got to ask your mayor and the other people that are in New York. There's a lot of stuff they don't let y'all do with crypto in New York. Ask your representatives. New York is wild. You know what I mean? Y'all got the New York Stock Exchange there. Y'all got a Bitcoin ETF, an Ethereum ETF, to where they're actually allowing people to buy crypto through an ETF, exchange traded fund, yet they restrict the people that live in New York from actually like trading on certain platforms to be able to use leverage. You want to talk about crabs in a barrel and thumb down on somebody, man, what? That's crazy. Y'all representatives are crazy in New York, straight up and down. Y'all got the New York Stock Exchange there, and they won't let y'all really get this money. That's kind of wild. That's all I'm saying. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. I think that's not right, man. That's not right. Right. I don't understand New York. LOL. Yeah. That True Trill. The True Trill said that. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on in New York, man. That's crazy. Can I have an ID from another country instead of digital residence? Can you have an ID from another country? Yeah. If you're overseas, you're fine if you're overseas. If you're in the United States of America, I might as well just show this to everybody, right? Because it's been a minute since I actually showed this. So I don't even talk about it now because it's so old information now that, but for those of you who don't know anything about it, maybe get prepared for the next cycle, I guess. Or jump on this and get it done. See this right here? RNS.ID. See that? RNS.ID. This is a Palu ID. Okay. ID verification for check-in, bordering, rental, KYC, right? Like Tim Draper has one. You know who Tim Draper is, don't you? President of, yeah, you get it. You guys, you got Ethereum in your bag, or you got a meme coin that's built on the Ethereum blockchain, you get the idea. So we have digital residency IDs. So I can trade on Gate.io, Bybit, all that with KYC. And I'm in the United States. So, right? I turn my VPN on, you know what I mean? And when it comes time to register, I have an ID. I use the address on the back of the ID, the whole 9 yards, and KYC approved. So, yeah. So some of that stuff that, we really make money on that's not available on Coinbase and all of that, we trade all of that stuff. All of it, right? Just to give you an idea, some of the stuff that I have some trades in on Gate.io, Dog on the Runes blockchain, Clearpool, I got my fart coin over there, Sologenic, Reserve Rights over there, Foxy on the Linear blockchain, Destra Network, R-Trade, Cetus Protocol, Altura is over there, my Ton Station's over there, my Pal.ai is over there, my Humans.ai is over there, my Veracity's over there, my SPX 6900's over there, my Metis. By the way, in case you think I'm just saying this stuff to be saying it, it's not saying this. These are the assets that I have in my Gate.io account, right? Pal, Humans, Veracity, FWOG, Metis, Griffane, Parcel, Zentry, Drift. I got Bonk over there. Ironfish is over there. The Bureau Chain, Mint, Block Asset. Like these are the A6. Like these are the joints that are in my Gate.io account. You know what I mean? A lot of that stuff you can't trade or get that stuff on a centralized exchange like Coinbase. It ain't even gonna happen. Somebody said, which secure wallets do I move my crypto to? Well, if you grab my crypto cheat guide, which is right here, it's $27. If you want to grab this, it's got a plethora and wealth of information in it. It's on my URL, blockchainbullhorn.com. Grab this. Look, over here, if I slide down here, look, it talks about crypto portfolio chapter 2, but over here, look what it talks about in chapter 4, crypto wallets. If you are serious about creating wealth with cryptocurrency, right, you cannot leave your digital assets on exchanges. Remember this phrase, not your keys, not your crypto. For those of you who are on this live and you bought your crypto on Coinbase or something else and it's still sitting over there, you don't own your crypto. They own your crypto because they own your private key. You have to have your private key and it has to be stored on something like this. And if you don't know what these are and you don't know how to use them, this ebook tells you how to do all of that. Again, there is discounts here. Let me just click on this and just see if I'm telling the truth here. Let's click on this and let's open this up in Google Chrome and see what happens here. Tangent Wallet, 3-card set, right? Look, best choice, 10% off, free shipping. So that's coming straight out of my book, right? So, or not, you could just go there if you just want to. But benefits of having a crypto wallet is here, right? hot wallets, cold wallets, paper wallets, pros and cons, where to buy them, how to use them, right? There's videos for two-factor authentication. All that stuff is in there, you know. All of that for $27? Way, 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 way more than that in there. Trust me. But yeah, if you have your crypto sitting on an exchange, you don't actually own it. What you have is an expensive username and password. And I'm saying that literally to piss you off, because if you got a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 or tens of thousands of dollars in crypto and your stuff is not sitting on a cold wallet, all you have is an expensive username and password worth whatever amount of crypto you bought. You don't own your crypto. Somebody else does. And if that exchange goes out of business, right? If they get liquidated or something like that, or they get overran, whatever the case, right? They get shut down, hacked, whatever, your crypto goes with them, okay? Don't say I didn't warn you. Your crypto goes with them because they have your private keys. Then you got to wait for a judge or somebody to go to court and see if they're filing, you know, how are they structuring the company? Is it Chapter 7? Is it Chapter 11? You might have to wait 3, 4, 5 years just to get some of your money back, if any of your money. Do you really want to risk that? I wouldn't. What happened to your main account? I still have it. It's deactivated because I'm going to be doing some other stuff with it. But I definitely still have the main account. 1.3 million followers. I still absolutely have that. In fact, if I go here, look at this, and I go here to TikTok, and I on my other phone right here, you guys can't see, right? Turn that off and go here, right? I have that sitting here. Well, it's on the account. I don't have to prove that, do I? Yeah, I still have it. I just have it deactivated right now. Rigid from whoa. What happened? Okay, somebody said Rigid from the start. Fruition Productions. Learn about a new financial. That's how you advertise? There it is, right there. I'm logged in on that, but yeah, you guys can't see it because I've deactivated you guys. What do you think about Viot? Is it still worth it? I still own a little bit of Viot. Made a lot of money with Viot. Oh my gosh. Who remembers that? Does anybody remember that? Viot? I made a lot of money with Viot. So, yeah. I might have like a couple $100 or something like that. But I traded that and made a lot of money with it and sold it out and all kind of other stuff. Let me see it. What is it doing right now? What is it doing right now? Now, my fully diluted valuation, 8 million, volume 486,000 the last 24 hours, market cap 8.5 million. All right. I haven't looked at it in a minute. It's on one of my cold wallets, whatever. But I made a lot of money with that thing. It's just crazy. 0x0 is definitely worth it. No, hands down with that. Love your videos and your knowledge. The XRP Queen. Thank you, XRP Queen. Proud to be part of your XRP army as well. Goku is the best investment ever for your next 100x. These people with these crystal balls are something else. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, do not believe what that is. Goku next 100x, nah. In fact, there is no 100x left in this cycle, bro. You know we're in the 4th year of the cycle. Anybody telling you that there's something out there that's 100x right now, just stop. Don't listen to these people. Come on now. Can you please explain one more time how to transfer money from Base to what? Oh, to Blowfin, from Base from Coinbase to Blowfin. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You know, instead of changing your fiat currency, everybody listen to this. This is an important question, and I'm going to answer it for everybody because some of you are paying extra fees and losing money. And if you're losing money, that's a margin that doesn't get an opportunity to get leveraged out. And if you can't leverage your money out, then you're losing thousands of dollars. That's what, because it doesn't get a chance to compound. So you might want to listen to what I'm saying to you. The person is asking, how do they transfer their money from Coinbase to the exchange that we use to trade? Okay, so here we go. I'm only doing this one time, so please lock in. Am I a little bit dark here? Is it enough? I should turn my light on, huh? Let's turn some more light on here. It just seems like there's a little bit too contrasty here. Hold on for a second. Let's turn the big light on. Let's get that done. There we go. Let there be light. There we are. It's a lot more light coming in over here. Okay. All right, so here we go. You have money. It's sitting in a centralized exchange, something like Coinbase, okay? Well, actually, it's not. It's sitting in a centralized banking institution, something like Bank of America or Chase or something like that. So your money's sitting over there. It's this. And you're trying to get it to an exchange. Most of you are going to come over and you're just going to ship a bunch of cash over there, or you're going to buy USDT because you're like, ooh, I need to be trading. So my trading pair is Tether. So there's two things that's going to happen to you. If you push the cash over, right, and you flip it over to USDT, you are going to get a major transaction fee. They're going to take a lot of it's going to be a lot of money. The transaction fee is going to be crazy, right? And if you straight up buy USDT, straight coming from your bank, and you buy USDT, you're going to get hit with a major. Does everybody agree with that first before I even go further? Have you ever done this before? You sent some money from your bank over to Coinbase and you bought Tether, or you changed your cash to Tether? Didn't they hit you up? What the fee was? You was like, yo, why y'all took so much money, bro? Like, what is going on? The fee is high. So to avoid that, here's where I start saving you money. The next time you push money into something like a Coinbase, right? Do not buy Tether. Buy USDC. Here's why. It is, first of all, only going to cost you pennies. Literally, it's almost 1-to-1 for sure. It's pennies, okay? So buy USDC, okay? Why? Tether is not in business with Coinbase. Coinbase is in business with Circle. Circle, which is a publicly traded company, by the way, they own USDC. Right? Somebody said ERC20. They're both ERC20. That's not, you need to listen to what I'm saying to you. You're saying stuff that doesn't make sense, what you're saying. Listen to what I'm saying to you. It has nothing to do with ERC20. Tether and USDC are both ERC20. They're both on Ethereum blockchain. So back to what I was saying. Buy USDC because Coinbase is in business with Circle. Okay, Circle is the company that owns USDC. You will get basically 1-to-1. If you buy $100 worth of USDC, it's basically going to be almost close to $100, like $99 and some cents. Okay. All right, cool. So now you're sitting with USDC inside of your Coinbase, right? But you know for a fact that your trading pairs on the exchange, most of the trading pairs are USDT Tether. So how in the world do I get Tether over to my exchange, which we use as Blowfin, right? How do I get it over there without getting these fees charged? I don't want to flip this USDC to Tether. Gonna get hit with that damn fee. So here's what you do. You go over to Blowfin, right? And you go over to your funding account and you say you want to receive USDC. You grab that, you grab that address, you go to your Coinbase account and you say, I want to send this USDC over to the exchange. USDC to USDC. You're not going to get hit with any fees. That's going to be, look, minimal stuff. So now you got your USDC over to Blowfin. Well, Calvin, how in the hell do I get that to Tether without paying a ridiculous amount of fees? I'm so glad you asked. The USDC now is in your funding account, right? Transfer it from funding to spot. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you right now. Transfer it from funding to spot. So here's what it will look like. I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna pull this account up. Listen, guys, when I pull this account up, don't laugh. All right. I'm showing this to you. Some of y'all are ballers. It's not a laughing situation. So here I'm trying to show you something. You go over here, all right, and you click your overview, click overview, and you're gonna see overview over here. Okay. Over here, you're gonna see funding. Now, you'll see your total amount of money that you have in your exchange, trading capital. Click over here to funding, right? Because what you want to do is you want to take the money that's in your funding account and you want to send it to spot. So click funding here, right? Once you have the money over there and you click this, you're going to slide over here and you're going to click transfer. Transfer, right? You will be, this is USDT, but what you will be transferring is USDC. And you want to send that from your funding account over here to spot. Send it from funding to spot. Send it from your funding account as USDC. Send it to your spot account. So now it's sitting in your spot account, right? So go up here, click spot. Over here, you will see that you have some money in your spot account. I currently have about $76,000. It's not a lot. Now that you have it in spot, you want to go over here, you want to type in USDC, right? And look down here. Look what it says. See that? What you're doing at this particular point is if I wanted to trade my Tether, which I'm holding down here, it says it down here, I'm holding about $76,000, $77,000 in Tether. If I wanted to change that over to USDC, I would click sell, market order. I would sell all of my Tether for USDC. But for you, what you are going to be doing is you're going to be doing what? Selling your USDC for Tether. And literally the fee will be very, very small. Boom. That's how you do it. So here's the recap. The money that's sitting in your bank account. I'm going to go fast this time now that I said that. Money sitting in your bank account. Do not try to buy Tether on Coinbase. They will hit your ass with a fee. Even if it's cash and you buy Tether, you're going to get hit with a large fee. Don't do it. Avoid that. Buy USDC. It'll be basically 1-to-1. Once it's USDC, go over to your account inside of Blowfin and say, I want to receive USDC. Grab your address to your USDC in your trading account. Go over to Coinbase, send the USDC over to your trading account as USDC. Once it's there, you want to transfer it from funding to spot. Once it's in spot, go over to spot, type in USDC. It'll be USDC/USDT. And you want to sell the USDC for USDT. You will pay minimal fees. Now, the reason that's important, some of y'all keep on buying a bunch of crypto, trying to level up, and you're losing a bunch of money in fees. And you think that's nothing, but it is. Think about it. Even if you just lose $100 levered up on a 5X is $500. You lost $500 worth of buying power. Do you want me to keep this going? Because some of y'all have lost thousands of dollars in fees that could not be leveraged or compounded. That information that I just gave you is some serious boss shit. Somebody, whoever asked that question, y'all should be thanking them that I took the time also to show y'all how that worked. Real talk. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? Some of y'all been like, I've been trying to figure out how to get, because I was trying to buy crypto with my credit card and they wouldn't let me buy it with my debit card and my credit card. You don't need none of that. Your on-ramp is the centralized institution like Coinbase. You was doing it wrong. And some of y'all just didn't have the information. That's cool. But you understand why information, intellectual property, and utilitarian value is important, especially on a live like mine. That shit will save you a lot of money, which means it will make you a lot of money. Facts. Double tap the screen if that information was dope. Let me know if you enjoy that information, if it's going to help you out in the future. Double tap screen, let me know. E said, big respect, OG. You solved my question. Salute. Hopefully it was you and a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? I solved a bunch of questions right there. They were trying to figure out, like, how do I get money to my exchange without getting hit with all these fees? They won't let me do it with my credit card, my debit card. They keep denying me, blah, blah. You know, you don't have to do all that stuff. You do it exactly the way I told you, and you will be funded and have your stuff in there like tonight. Yes, I was talking about that with my family tonight. Kayla said that. It's dope, man. Is Citus a rug pull? Is Citus a rug pull? No. It wasn't. Did something go on with Citus? Citus Heroes was dope. Is it gone now? Holy crap. What happened to Citus Heroes? Citus was a good project. Boy, you talk about diversification. Why you should be diversified here. What in the hell? Citus is down 32% for the last 30 days. So is it gone? That's a good question. Wow. Citus Heroes. I actually own a little bit of Citus Heroes. What? Let's see, Citus. Bro, that's that Citus. Let me see. This is down. Where can you even buy Citus now? Citus can be bought on Uniswap, Mexi Global, Bybit, Gate.io, KuCoin. Yo, that's kind of crazy. Now, do y'all see why? Listen, let me show you something. I'm going back over here because this is important, right? Because I didn't pay no attention to Citus, and I actually own maybe like $500 or $600 worth of Citus that was sitting on one of these, right? So, like, if you go here, this is important. This page right here is super important. It's nothing to play around with. It is extremely important to have a well-balanced cryptocurrency portfolio to minimize the volatile ride of trading or investing in crypto. Use this basic asset allocation diversification guide below. Little winky eye right there. Change as you see fit. But the most important thing is you need to be balanced and you need to be diversified. You have no idea which one of these cryptos is going to absolutely run into, just like hell in a handbasket. But it doesn't matter. If you're balanced and diversified, it doesn't matter. Some of y'all be like, no, it does matter. Yeah. No, it does not matter. Let's take this from the basic level of investors, meaning angel investors or even venture capitalists, okay, VCs. They don't put all their money in one basket. They invest in hundreds of companies because they never know which CEO is going to have a heart attack or sleep with somebody's wife and get fired, or what CFO is going to steal money or whatever. They don't know. They do their due diligence. They go and they look and see, okay, they got a product that solves the market in the marketplace. Okay, they got first mover advantage. CEO is cool. Chief financial officer is cool. Chief marketing officer is dope, right? They invest off their due diligence. After that, they have no damn idea what's going to happen with that company. Some of those companies are going to go to absolute zero and fail, right? Some of those companies will do some will be in the middle of the road, and then you have your unicorns that go and just do parabolic crazy ass gains. Same thing with crypto. You have to be balanced and diversified. I cannot tell you which one of these things will survive the rest of this bull market. I have no idea. You don't either. But if you're balanced and diversified, it doesn't matter. Some of them will go to zero. Welcome to investing. Some of them will do all right. Some of them will be unicorns and will make you more money than you ever dreamed about. And they will make up for more than enough than the ones that failed and didn't do really good. It doesn't matter. Stop trying to pinpoint which one is going to do 100x or 50x or what. Shit don't matter. You don't know. No one knows. So get balanced and diversified. That's how you become a real investor. Not the rest of these cats that's out here looking for one-hitter quitters. That's not how you do investing. That's not how it even works. That's why people lose and make it. They something like Citus goes off and when, oh man, you know what I'm saying, dude. Well, how much money did you have in it? Would you balance and diversify? I'm only trying to keep it real with y'all. I don't know no other way to do it on my lives, by the way. So if you some of y'all might not like the way that I talk to you right now, some of the stuff I'm saying or whatever, but I will respectfully say to you, get over it because it's the truth. And if you want to learn how to do this the right way, you're in the right place. I am not going to spare your feelings. I'm just going to tell you like it is. At least if you get off this live and you don't ever come back, at least you'll have some great information. All right, let's keep it real. Let's keep it going. All right, nah, you funny. So I said, nah, you funny ASL. You know what I'm saying? Not real shit though. No, I got to keep it real with them. Do you invest in meme coins on DEX? I definitely invest in meme coins. It's in chapter 2. Yeah, check it out. Let me explain it to you. See? If you look at these green numbers represent balance. What do you mean? If you had $1,000 in crypto, 25% or 250 should be in Bitcoin. It is a store of value. It is gold 2.0. There's no arguing that anymore. It's $2 trillion market cap. 35% of your portfolio should be in large cap, stuff like Ethereum. Now notice something, because this ebook that I did, it's not just some shit that I just threw together. You notice that, you see here, this is called format. This is formatted. This is called formation, meaning I took the time to bold certain words, italicize or underline certain words. I also took the time to make sure that Bitcoin and Ethereum have different font sizes. This one has the biggest font of all because it's the boss. It's all caps with the biggest font here. You have to own this in your portfolio. Make no mistake about it. Notice how this one is green. Green. This was blue, but also has a bigger font than the rest of these. Also, you'll notice that both of these are bold. I am telling you to your face that you have to own these two in your portfolio. Facts. Now you can start sprinkling the rest of this stuff in here to make up 35% if you own ETH. So if 350 of your portfolio should be, look, 35%, you have to decide what you want in that 35%. I'm telling you off the bat, that one has to be in there for sure. Then you can decide, well, I also want to just have some Solana and Cardano because you know what? They got smart contracts. You know, a bunch of memes are built on these ones. You know, the big boys like Solana and Cardano. So I'm just going to keep it Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano making up my 35%. Some of y'all might be like, nah. I want ETH, but let me get some of that XRP, that XLM, because I want ISO 20022 compliant shit in my joint. So XRP, XLM, HBAR, and Algorand. I don't know. That's up to you. 35% though. You feel me? 10% in DeFi, 10% in AI, 10% in gaming, 8% in lower micro cap gems, because these are the ones that can go off and do 50, 100x on you. And then you got to have exposure to meme coins. Now notice that I only have 2%. Out of your whole entire portfolio, only 2% exposure to meme coins. Why? Because these are the most volatile things on the planet Earth. And you do not want your whole entire portfolio made up of these things. They could go up, they could go down, they could go to zero, they could be rug pulled, they could be all kind of shit that go here. This gives you what is called risk to reward ratio. If these things go off and do crazy numbers, great. You're only takes 2% to do a crazy amount of money. But if these things go crazy to the left side and you don't like where I was going, you've only risked 2%. This is a hierarchy system. You do what you want to do. It says change as you see fit, little wiki eye right there. But if you ignore this, you will get crushed because this is called balance and diversification. And this is how you win at investing, period. Not just crypto, period investing. You got to be balanced and diversified, 100%. You don't know what's going to take off. Some of that stuff will take off in different sectors. ISO 20022 stuff goes crazy and then it cools off. Then gaming takes off. You go and you start chasing gaming and you miss the positions that you should have on artificial intelligence. So now you're chasing gaming and then you don't get all the pumps. And then after gaming, AI starts running. You should have been already in AI. Now you're trying to chase AI. Why do that? Why don't you just be balanced and diversified? It doesn't matter what pumps. Whenever it goes, you're ready. That's how you make a lot of money. I'm telling you right now, that's how it works. You go and start chasing stuff because somebody else is talking about it. With WLFI, World Liberty Financial stuff. No. Balance, diversification. Everything I'm saying to you is, it's not financial advice, right? Because I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only, blah, 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 blah. Understand this. If you want to make money in this game, balance and diversification. Can you chart Ondo? Yeah, that's not play around with Ondo, which is backed by the largest asset manager in the world, which happens to be BlackRock, managing around $12 trillion. there's no one bigger than BlackRock, and they back Ondo Finance. So we have to look at Ondo. I like it. You want me to look at Ondo? No problem. Let's pull Ondo up here and see what it looks like here in front of everybody. Let's go in the middle of the road here. We're going to look at a 4-hour chart because a 4-hour chart is the middle of the road. You know, we're not looking at anything short term, right? We don't want to see that. We don't want to look at anything that's super long, macro, long term, middle of the road, 4-hour chart. Let's look and see what Ondo is doing here, right? Oh, this is going to be clear. This is going to be very, very clear on what I show you here. Ondo has broken out. I can tell you right now that I could just look at this. Ondo is broken out and it's back to financial support. Look, guys, let me show you that I'm not. You see this tree over here? This is called an object tree and a data window. There's nothing over here. See if I take this brush and I start drawing on this, see how that pops up right there? See that? So you know nothing is over here, right? This is a blank chart. I can look, I've been charting for so long now that I can look at this and tell you that Ondo has broken out of this downtrend and it is retesting it again because I can just draw the lines mentally in my head. But I'm going to draw them for you so you can actually see them. This was the last high, $1.11 right there. And if you take this and you start drawing this down to where you're getting these touches consistently, you see that? And I do this, you know that it was in a downtrend. Now look at that. Look, somebody say, oh my gosh. See? We're trying to see where we're getting most of these touches here. So look, this right here, this was resistance. This is resistance. This was resistance. Resistance. Look, this is support. It broke out. Look, this is a down channel. If you don't believe that, look, it started crashing down at the middle of August. So it started crashing down. Everything down here is support. This is the support line down here. This is your resistance line. So came down, boom, support. Rallied up, boom, support. Rallied, tried to break out and got rejected. Back down. Tried to break out again here. Look, consolidated. No. Consolidation, rejection, came back down. Look, tried to break out here. No. Here is where it actually broke out. It broke out right there and came back to retest to make sure that it was support for the breakout. Now, if I was to take a line here, because I'm really good at what I do, if I was to take a line here and I was to slap it down here up under these 2 candles right here, see that? 2 candles starts a trend, 3 candles is a very strong trend, 4 candles is a damn brick wall. Take my course, you'll hear that, trust me. So you can see here, if I draw this down, notice that there's another support system here. Support, 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 lost support here. That's why it came down. But back up here, support. Look at this. I can't make this shit up. Support. So if you was looking to buy Ondo, do you think this is a good place to buy it? You don't have to say that out loud. I can tell you for a fact that since August 19th, that has been a support line. That means for the last 16 going on 17 days, this line right here, which is around 91 cents, is support. Somebody say, well, damn. That's how you chart in front of everybody. So if you're looking to get a position for Ondo right now, it just makes sense to maybe DCAN right there where it's sitting at support. Now, does anybody agree with what I just said, or you think that that's just fugazi? It's support. Been support for almost a half a month. It's a good place to grab it is what I'm trying to tell you. All right. So thanks for asking that question. Hopefully you like the answer right there. And what you would do here, now let me give you, this is just some extra. I'm going to sprinkle some extra sauce on this, right? Because I got to make sure that you don't get yourself in trouble. Because right now you're like, ooh, I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to go 10x from here. And I'm about to calm down. All right. Whoa, slow. Whoa. Here's what I want to do for you. I'm going to give you some information. Because that's support, right? You DCAN. Don't go crazy, right? Here's what I would do, right? If you got, let's say, if you got $1,000 that you want to put in, Ondo, why don't you buy 250 right here? Right here at this price right there. Grab 250 right there, right? 250. And then set some points. Look what the next level is. If it loses this, you know that there's a next level down here, right? So what would you do? You would come down here and say, hey, if it loses this support and it comes down here, I'll buy another 250 at $87, right? And you just stair step this thing. Look over here. Look what the next one is, right? Right there. If it slides down here to this, then I'll buy another 250 there. What this is called dollar cost averaging. So you got some here, you grab some here if it comes down here, and you grab. But Calvin, what if it just goes here and then just goes back up? And great, you bought 250 here, you bought 250 here, so your entry point is right here in the middle, right? Look, if you bought 250 here and you bought 250 here, your average entry point is around 88, 89 cents in the middle right there, right? And then from there, if that's support and it runs up, you still got $500 to buy the rest of it as it starts rallying back up. You know that was support, and you can start buying the rest of it on the way up here. See? But if you go here and you go crazy and it drops down, then you're in an unrealized loss. You don't like it. You hate crypto and all that other stuff. This is real information. Yo, the outfit is crazy. Y'all want me to double down on that? I'm about to level some people up. Hold on, oh man, how many people we got on here? About 1,500 people on here. I'm about to go crazy on this. All right, who wants to level up? Who really wants to you want to go to the next level? You don't got my course, it doesn't matter, right? If I tell you this, hopefully I earn the right to do business with you. Y'all ready? Here we go. If you got my course, this is really going, the people that got my course, this is going to make you so much money, it's ridiculous. Okay. Peep game. We're going to talk about the pros. What do you mean when you say the pros? You about to find out. Watch how I set this up. If you're on this live right now, do not get off. It will be the worst mistake you ever made. Real talk. So I'm going to go here and I am going to look at Chainlink here for a second in front of everybody. Okay, look, check it. Let's look at Chainlink here. All right, so here's Chainlink, and currently I can see Chainlink is at about $22. And I can see that Chainlink is in a downtrend. Okay, and so I know for a fact that it just got rejected right there. Rejection. So that's resistance. Okay, so I know for a fact that this down here could be a potential level for support, because you can see here that it comes down this pivot line. This is a support area. So if I go over here and I start looking at the left side over here, here's where Chainlink is right now. I can see that there's a line right there. Check peep game. I can see that there's a bunch of support right there. I can see that there's a bunch of support over here, right? And I can also see that over here there was support. So if Chainlink starts falling down, this is more than likely where it's going to be trying to get to. These things here, what I just drew out in front of everybody. Which means if I wanted to buy Chainlink right now, I wouldn't do it. It's in a downtrend, right? Which means it could potentially fall down further. Why don't you just set limit orders down here? Oh shit. Wait a minute. See? If I go over here and I click on Chainlink right here, you'll notice that if I slide up here, right, I'm not in a Chainlink position, but I have a limit order set. I have a $10,000 limit order set for $21. Why is that set right there? Well, probably because that's where the support level is. Chainlink, if you continue to crash down, I already have a $10,000 limit order set down here. I wish you would. It will fill this $10,000, and I'm comfortable with buying it down here, not up here while it's falling down. I'd rather buy it here. Family. No. And that's on a 10X. Yeah, already. Listen, sometimes when you see cryptos wick down on people, it's because everybody thought they knew where the bottom was, and they start putting a bunch of leverage on their trade. Ooh, this the bottom. 10X, 10X, 10X. And people like me, the pros, we like, nah, it's still in a downtrend. I'm going to set some limit orders down here. Just in case people want to get liquidated out and the market wants to punish you and wick the market down. Wham! It'll hit my limit order and I'll pick up a $10,000 order at around $21. And then immediately when it recovers, I'm automatically $400 or $500 in profit before it takes off. This is way too much game. I swear this is too much game. This is way too much game. Whoa. Whoa. So you ain't just, but wait, time out, Cal. So wait a minute, Cal, wait. But what if Chainlink never gets down there? So you just telling me that if it actually finds an actual bottom and it starts moving up, I'll just go in and buy a market order. Get me in right now. Get me in immediately. Since you don't want to come down here where I want you to come down to, then I'll just buy a market order. Still going to be a 10x because now you've clarified that it's the bottom for real. But if it ain't the bottom and you decide to destroy some people's positions because they think they know where it is, go and fill me up for about $10,000. Yo, Cal, whoa. But what if it filled at 10,000 and it continue to fall? Oh, I got plenty of money. Y'all ever hear that Ply song? I got plenty of money. I got plenty of money. I got plenty of money. I'll just come down to the next low position and say, fill me up on something else lower. Give me another 10. That's not good. I got plenty of money. I got plenty of money. That's a Ply song. Y'all got to listen to that song. For real. He was stunting in that song. That's what will happen. For everybody that didn't, you try to figure out how the hell did he get that move? How did you get that entry point, OG? Some of y'all have seen some of my entry points and you've seen that I made crazy money. And you try to figure out how in the world did he get that exact point? There's no way he got the exact, how? Limit order. How y'all feel? Are y'all leveled up? Are you ready to get this money? Do you like being on this live right here? I don't know what everybody else is talking about on TikTok for crypto. I know what I talk about though. You ready to get this money? Now, since you have that, this got filled up. Remember I told you one order got filled already? Look, Near Protocol got filled. Remember when I showed it to you, I was down $18? Well, I'm up $26 now. I have a $10,000 order filled here for Near Protocol, and it's on a 10X. That means I spent $1,000 here. I got a $10,000 order set. This was filled automatically. So if I click on Near Protocol, it'll show you here. Wait a minute, bro. Yeah, down here, see? See how they got filled down there? Well, see all this action down up in here where it's pretty much down up in here and all that. I said, yo, if you fall down here, player, holla at me. Right? And look, for this here, right, for Near, I actually got a stop loss down here under this. Because if it falls down here, get me out. Right, because it has the potential to come down here or here and I could get it cheaper. So I'll risk $90 to get out of this position to get a better position down here or down here if you so decide to lose this bottom right here. But for now, I'm cool. Yeah, like it's cool. I'm on my Drake light skin stuff right now. You know, it's cool. What did I miss? It's cool. What did I miss? Nothing. I ain't missing nothing. This is how you win this game. Can you imagine having that type of information with my course? It's a game changer. The amount of money that you make is insane. Come on, man. Now y'all get it. When you look over here, there's 22 open orders. This one got filled. There's 22. There's 22 over here waiting to get filled. Let's look at H bar real quick. Let's click on H bar real quick. Let's see. Let's go up here. Look, I'm down here. Cal, why would you not be down here? Nah. Just if you decide to come sliding down here for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? Let me put this on a 4-hour chart so you can really see the candles. Nah. I'm interested in grabbing H bar down here. See it? See, y'all interested in grabbing it here. Nah, if it continues to crash down, I'm interested in grabbing it down here. Give me 10,000 of those. I'm on $10,000 worth of you down here. What did I miss? What did I miss? I'm not in a hurry. I like getting rich slow. I'm not in a hurry. Market order for that? Nah, I'm good. Let's just set a limit order down here, just in case you decide that you want to come down here. Y'all wake up and tomorrow and the market starts crashing, dumping down, boom, 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 boom. You know, I'm gonna be sitting over here like, I dare you. I triple, double, dog dare you to go down there. I triple, double, dog dare you to go down there. What? Somebody said, how long do you usually hold your trades for? Well, the answer to that question is, in my course, I hold my trades until they're profitable. I know that really sounds like a cheap answer, but it's really not. If you have my course, it shows you how to set up indicators that literally tell you when to get out of the market. 100%. Just, hey, take profits. And you can decide how you want to take those profits. You know, when you close an order out, you don't have to close the whole thing down. Let me give you an example. Real-time information here. Here it goes. Somebody said he's giving it to you real time. So this trade near protocol is currently $37 in profit. I don't get out of bed for $37. But if I go here, I could click on this. And if I wanted to take profits on this right over here, right, as it's going up, I don't have to shut the whole trade down, meaning just close the whole thing down. I could come right here and say, you know what? Let's shut it down by 20%. Meaning I would take about $8 off the table. So I would close it down 20% and 80% of the trade is still active. You could do that for every single trade, 50%, 75%. I don't know what your lifestyle is, right? But once you're in a winning trade, you can decide, you know what? I'm going to take the wife out for dinner tonight. You might be in a trade that's up $2,000. You might, you know what? I'm going to close the trade down by 10%. Take the 200 and go to STK Steakhouse and ball out on a dinner. You know what I mean? If you're going to STK, you might want to take 25% out. You're going to need 250. 25%, okay? Stop bullshit. But yeah, I take my profits when they're profitable. I don't really know, you know what I'm saying, how to answer that question for you. But if you have my course, you'll get a chance to see how to get in and out of joints. Yes, I am, Itachi, to answer to your question. You can, if you know what to do, I guess they're talking to somebody else. Check the exchange in my bio. This is coming in from Bitcoin. I wouldn't check the exchange in anybody's bio coming into this live. This is my live. I trust my data and my information. Checking in somebody else's stuff I can't co-sign that. I can't co-sign that. Do that at your own risk. But if you're looking for someone who's been vetted, not by just a couple people, by tens of thousands of people, let me scratch that. I'm being too modest. Hundreds of thousands of people, you know. Not tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. I've been validated all over this thing. Let's see what we got going on. Sarah muted, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, in fact, you know, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to block that. I mean, because that's a little sketchy. We're going to block that, Sarah. That's a little sketchy there. All right, so let's see what else we got here. I bought your course 3 weeks ago and made 5K so far. Ooh, Jesus. Oh my God. See, most of y'all would have said Jesus. No, that's Jesus. Everybody calm down. Jesus didn't take my course. It's, shout out, shout out to the big man upstairs. But I promise you guys, Jesus didn't take my course and make $5,000. It's Jesus, okay? Congratulations to Jesus who took the course 3 weeks ago and made five cans out of it. Man, whoa, but it was Jesus. Yeah, I'm sure he could have did better than 5 G's, you know what I'm saying? Jesus, you know what I'm saying? He could have did better than 5. Shout out to Jesus, man. I love that. That's awesome. Somebody say, well, maybe he did, Kyle. You never know. How much is the course? I'm in Africa. Let me show it to you right now. Great question. You know, I always answer these questions. I'm very confident and very proud about how I've set the pricing of my course. So here it is right here. Right, super simple crypto video course, unlock the secrets to profitable crypto trading, no coaching required. This video series was originally created for my private coaching clients. That information I gave y'all about limit orders and stuff like that, that's private coaching type of stuff, right? For the first time, it's available to the public, right? So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, right, looking to build a firm foundation, right, strong, or an intermediate trader ready to sharpen your edge. These are videos that are step-by-step for proven strategies, proven tools, proven market insights. The link is right here, right? Blockchainbullhorn.com. Blockchainbullhorn.com, right? I don't do this enough because I just feel if when I do this, it feels like a bit of a flex, but it's really, really important. So I'm going to go to my course. For some of you on here right now, you're trying to figure out, well, how do I know it's a course that even people even taking? Like, you know, how do I know they're even engaged or whatever? Like, you know, you could be pumping this thing up. Well, here's going to be the answer to your question. Here's the answer to your question. Okay, so I am going to click on customers here. There's thousands. Right, there's thousands of them. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you something that is real time. Right, the names are over here for sure. But look over here, product progress, super simple crypto. So look at this. This is product progress. So look at this little bitty thing here. Watch this. Pay attention to the product progress bars. Look. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. If you want to know if people are taking my course and completing it at a very high clip, here's the answer to your question in front of everybody. Right? I have all the data to show you that people are absolutely engaged in taking this course and completing it and learning high income level skills to extract a ridiculous amount. This has to go all the way down here. There's a bunch of people is what I'm trying to tell you. I can see everybody's progress. 100, right here. 965, right? 78. Person just got started here, 17. 100. You get the idea. I can just keep going, right? A lot of hundreds. You see that with your own eyes, but you missed the most important part. Let's go all the way back up here. Logins. Look, how many times are they logging in? I have those numbers too, right? You see it? People take this very serious, okay? The information that is inside of this course is nothing to play around with. These people are very serious about learning this information. I have all the data. You see that? Men lie, women lie. Numbers do not lie. You feel me? So for those of you who are wondering if people are buying this and completing it, the answer to that question is yes. There's the link. Now, I don't do that often because that would seem like a big flex, but every now and then you have to show people that just so they understand, like, wait a minute. So I'm not the only one actually grabbing this and getting this information. You are not alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. Don't make me channel my inner Mike, man. Come on, man. Come on now. So worth buying that course. I learned so much. It's crazy. Jesus still coming in. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. Appreciate it, Jesus. Can I use Blowfin with TradingView? Can I use Blowfin with TradingView? You can use Blowfin with TradingView 100%. Right? Here's what you got to know. TradingView is the platform for so you can have all your assets and have them all organized and have templates and all that stuff, multiple indicators and all of that. But don't get it twisted, okay? The inside of your account also, listen to me, it is also has TradingView in it. Let me just prove it to you right now. Somebody say, I ain't even, for real? Yeah, for real. Pay attention. Look. If I go in here, this is TradingView inside of the exchange. Everything that I'm doing, look, if I go over here and show you the stuff that I'm showing you here like this, see all these things right here? Right? Right? If I do this, this is a Fibonacci, yeah? Well, don't act like I can't do that over here inside of my exchange. I could go right here and say this is the high and this is the swing low. I can do this inside the exchange, guys. Yeah. I can go here and I can click, I have a custom Fibonacci set up. Like, what are we talking? Like, I can do this inside of the exchange too. I just like using TradingView because I can do all the rest of the stuff, like have my stuff organized and my templates and my shortcuts and all of that. But don't get it twisted. You can absolutely chart inside of your exchange. That's a real TradingView inside of there. Just for anybody who wants to know. Those small bursts up have to be more than 10% to make it make sense. Those small bursts up have to be more than 10% to make it make sense. I'm not sure what Dub is talking about. Doobie John? I don't know what you're saying with your small burst ups. I don't know. I wish I knew the rest of that context of that so I can really respond to it. You said it has to be more than 10%. No, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? 10% on a 10X is 100%. That means if you had a $10,000 position, I'm not even going to go there. 10% is a lot, bro. Yeah, it's a lot. Don't. Yeah, people disrespect leverage. They don't know how it works, but 10% is 100%. Let me just go over here and show you on the calculator so we can make it clear. It doesn't have to be more than 10%. That's a lot. Okay? It's way more than you would get in any traditional finance sector, period.